What's going on, everybody? F4LESS Roller here again. We are flying birds today. The migration has really started, but the birds need to go up. The birds gotta go up. So a lot of times, right? A lot of times, everybody's like, "Yo, man, the roller pigeon has been one of the highest breed that's been critiqued. What's good to one person may not be good for the next person. So for the longest time, I think they are so heavily debated. What is a good bird? What is a proper roll? What is a quality roll, etc., etc. I always say to people, you know what? As long as you enjoy it, don't get too caught up into it. I mean, yes, it's good to know those little details. Don't get me wrong, it's good to know those little details. But at the same time, you gotta be real with what you have in your loft as well, And oftentimes, people will be like, "Well, what's your competition score?" And anybody who look at competition score before they can say they have good birds, usually, it's gonna be harder. I hear you. Thank you. Usually, it's good to have a base to start off with. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be good to have a base to start off with, so you kind of have an idea what you're working with. But I don't believe in one specific family being better than the next. Anytime you put birds up, you gotta go through it. I don't care if you got birds from, like the top flyer, the roller pigeon is not like a homing pigeon where you can take a winning bird and then you have better chances of winning again. It just doesn't work that way. Location plays a big role. How much loss you get plays a big role. So if you are breeding 100 birds and you can keep 2 to 3 kids alive, consider yourself very lucky. Before, I used to never be able to fly older birds. Man, my birds would get killed. I lost on average, 120 to 150 birds a season. Pretty much all the young birds that I put up, is taken. If I'm lucky, I might have 40 birds that I put away. If I'm lucky, 40. If I'm not, I'm down to like 20. That's why I moved, because I just can't fly. I cannot fly, just, always having to breed all my young birds, and I can't even have any of them to enjoy, Oh, so yeah, guys, it is what it is, and what I have found is that you enjoy birds a lot more just being in your own backyard. Don't get me wrong, competition is good, but competition comes every now and then, But when you're out here every day watching your birds, look at that, you gotta have to really, only you can really judge them, Only you can really judge them. I don't really care what anybody gotta say. How you will score on that day. And that's just how it is. Look at that, you see them chase right after that crow right there. But yeah, guys, my daughters, sees me out here, she's crying, so I have to wrap it up. But you know, hopefully, like I said, I'm not out here to promote my birds. I don't sell birds. I don't really care to sell birds. These are for my enjoyment. And you know, if I see something that catches my eye, yeah, you betcha, I will try to go and grab it. You know, as a competitor, you always want to be on top. You know, you want to make sure if you see something you don't have in your loft, you want to be able to have it. You know, but yeah, that crow pushed him up. Like I said, the migration is happening too. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the birds and, you know, just talk a little bit. And, you know, like moving out here, you know, my losses have cut down half so far. Half. So I'm not too upset about it at all, you know, to be able to have more mature birds to fly. It's no wonder, you know, like guys that are winning, like Mark Ritter, he's flying, you know, like older birds. The guys here in Minnesota who is doing well, they're flying like, you know, 3, 4, 5-year-old birds, you know. So when you're a competitor and you're starting off with these 1-year-old birds and whatnot, you know, you're gonna be behind. I don't care what anybody really gotta say, you're gonna be behind. Yeah, the crows are on patrol. They are on patrol. Sorry guys if I'm getting distracted here. They are on patrol. And they're kind of pushing my birds up. But what I want to do out here when I do this is I want to get them used to seeing the crows. I want them to get used to getting chased, because if your birds never get chased, you would never really get to see how their heart is like, you know. The two that are kind of out here, they're older birds that were pulled out to be breeders. They're now just being pushed to be flyers now. So hopefully I don't lose them. But yeah, that's the kit so far. But yeah, my girl's crying, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But yeah, guys, hopefully everybody have a good flying season, especially breeding season. I just kind of want to throw up the birds and record a little bit for you guys. It's been a minute since I posted up one, but do not base it off from what people score on competition, you know. Most times people do funky things to their birds on competition day anyways. So what you see on competition day may not be what you see on an average day. And people would think, oh, but this person got the best score though. And it's like, wait, you know, there's so many factors that come into play. You can't just say he got the best bird. On that day he did, you know. But yeah, to the new guys jumping into the hobby, you know, you cannot breed champions to champions and win champions here. Not with this breed. And that's why I say, to me, I always say rollers are more complex than homers. And homer guys might feel differently. It's okay, you know, I'm not a homer expert. So what I do know is that when you look at a pedigree on a homer, if you line breed, inbreed, etc., you know, you'll see champ on champ. Here in rollers, you just see band numbers, and you can never say, you know, you're gonna breed another champion. So I don't put all my buckets into one, and it just doesn't work that way. But yeah, guys, F4LESS roller, we out. Sorry, the crows are just scaring them off now. They were doing so good too. But okay, all right, guys, F4LESS roller, we out.